Well, it's old Garland here. I think it is Friday, September the 24th. It's a beautiful day. We have had like 2 days of rain. And I have some hay fields that are in the wet part of the farm, and a couple of these hay fields, but these two that I'm getting ready to cut belongs to somebody else. But anyway, if you don't get in there and get these things in September when the ground's dry, first thing you know it's going to rain and you ain't going to get it. So I guess I got to get ahead and get this disc bind greased up and get the old 1066 ready to go and get ready to go cut some hay today and tomorrow. And anyway, I got a field up the road 4 miles, so I'll probably go up there tomorrow when I got somebody to ride up the road and clear the traffic in front of me. Because you go up the road there and even you cross a bridge up there, you can't cross a bridge. You really can't cross that bridge up there if you're meeting a car. So you got to stop on the other side. You might be able to meet them, but you got to almost stop in the daggone bridge and let them squeeze by. But then time you stop and do that, you'll have 5 more cars coming at you. Well, Garland here. I got the 1066 out here. I guess I'm cutting the field at my house here. Of course, I got a whole month and I could have cut it. But I'm cutting it now. And I'm going to go next door and cut the other piece that's going to get wet. Anyway, I'm not sure why I'm cutting this. I could have left it here, left it grow here for another 2 weeks. Because I don't normally have any trouble cutting this while it's wet. So anyway, it's pretty good growth out here. So I'm going to cut it down. Actually, I only really cut it because I want to cut this field here is cleaner than over the neighbors. I got a little bit of Johnson grass here. But over the neighbors, in the other field that I'm going to cut tomorrow, has a bunch of switchgrass in it. And the switchgrass is probably just as bad as Johnson grass. Because you go in there and kill the Johnson grass in clumps, that switchgrass comes up everywhere. But anyway, I'm cutting with the old 1066. I'll tell you the truth, my 1066 has smaller tires than a 1456. And actually, I think I like to cut to the 1066 better than the 14. Because all the 14s have a lot bigger tires on them. This 1066 has got plenty of power, and I got it set up nice and compact. It's a beautiful day, and they're going for a nice weekend. So anyway, I guess I'll get moving. I'm only $1 slow and a day late. But since he's getting ready to go up the road with this thing, I figure I better tighten up his front wheel. You can see how loose it is. Tightened it up last year. Pretty much tightened it up most years, but just didn't get to it yet. Can't remember what size it is. Biggest one in the box, 2-inch. We'll get it done some. We'll get something done here. You just hammer down that little piece of metal right there, and then throw the wrench to it. Well, the impact doesn't work. Too much vibration. So we have to go to the BFP. You know, let's see this. Hopefully this will work. Or not. But we're going to put the strap back in place. And hopefully it'll work for 5 minutes. I don't know. Probably have to tear it apart one day and fix it, because obviously it's getting loose on us. Go into the dairy barn and get some diesel fuel before we go up the road. I was the first person to pull that machine when we bought it. I drove it back here from Warrington. I drove the tractor up there, hooked to it, and brought that thing down the road. And you see how wide that thing is. A 13-foot machine. I was some kind of nervous coming down the big road with meeting all them dump trucks and stuff. And they never even slowed down. They passed me, never even slowed down, come by me. And here I'm hanging, at least looked to me like I was hanging 2-3 feet out on their side of the road, but they never even slowed down coming down the road with that thing. But we made it home. He's about to run off the bridge here. It fits over there just fine, but he stopped and he's got it hanging off too far one side. I mean, it's got plenty of room on that bridge, but years ago my mama run off that bridge. We were in the old Ford van, and she drove across that thing a little crooked. Well, we felt one wheel go off the edge of the bridge and hit the dirt before it came back up on the ground. We felt it kind of float a little sideways one day. I don't know why she was a little crooked, but she went across that thing a little crooked. That was before we rebuilt it. That was way back in the day. It used to be a lot smaller. And one morning we came out and the whole thing had collapsed. So we had another one of them cattle guards. The old one is laying right here in the trees. Trees growing up through it. The one we took out. And we had another one of them old cattle guards, you know, because people used to use those back in the day. And it was over there beside that White House. We picked that thing up with 2 loaders, one going forward, one going backward, and walked that thing down this road and all the way up this road and dropped it. No, we didn't drop it here. We carried it down the hill there. We either dropped it here or carried it down the hill there. And walked it with 2 loaders. Both of them had the rear wheels off the ground in full-wheel drive, pretty much. And we walked it all the way down here. But we had no way of setting it down in that hole. So, the local concrete yard up here called up there and asked them if they had anything. And I said, yeah, we're getting ready to get rid of it. It's actually sold. So they brought the track loader down here and picked that thing up, set it in place, and then we poured concrete around it and concreted it all in there. Made a lot nicer bridge out of it. One day it'll probably fall in again, but that's the way life works. But anyways,